Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Yasuo here, for another video. Before we get into this video, I'd please like and ask if you guys could please hit that like button for this wonderful deck profile that I got for you guys. Please leave a comment if you enjoyed, and also, if you could, hit that subscribe button. Alright, let's get right into this video. So today, like I said, we are doing a deck profile for my favorite deck of all time in Yu-Gi-Oh! The Dark Magicians. Now, I know I haven't done a deck profile in almost a year now. Literally almost a year. But if there's one deck I can never, ever put away, it is the Dark Magicians. Why? Because despite what everyone else says about them, they always get some good support when they get it. Magician Souls, anybody? Yeah, so let's get into this deck profile, shall we? Up first, we have, of course, 3 copies of the wonderful Dark Magician. I mean, come on. It's Dark Magician. And up next, we have 2 copies of Raiden, the multi-dimensional kaiju. I mean, he's self-explanatory. Your opponent's got something troublesome? Kaiju. I mean, best way to take care of a troublesome monster is a kaiju. Up next, we have 1 copy of the Dark Magician Girl. I mean, she's iconic, and I believe with this deck build I have for her, she fits in perfectly at 1. If you want to add another one just for consistency or just to even see her more in the hand or on the field, that's up to you. I think she's fine at 1, and that's all you need. Up next, 3 copies of Magician's Rod. Why Rod? I mean, why is that even a question? I mean, he searches out a spell and a trap card that you desperately need. I mean, come on. And in times of crisis, if you didn't draw in your opening hand Eternal Soul or God goodness forbid, the Dark Magical Circle, that's bad news for you. So if you have him in opening hand and at least have one of the 2 cards, you're pretty good. You're good. You're doing good. And then obviously, Mr. Busted himself, Magician's Soul. And just to remind everybody what he does, yes, I think, I know I'm beating a dead horse at this point, but you can send up to 2 spell/trap cards from your hand and or field to the graveyard. Draw to that many cards. But that's not what we're here for. That's not at all what we're here for. If this card is in your hand, you could send 1 level 6 or higher spellcaster monster from your deck to the graveyard, then activate one of these effects. Special summon this card. Second, this card to the graveyard. Send this card to the graveyard. You can special summon 1 Dark Magician or 1 Dark Magician Girl from your graveyard. You can only use the effect of Dark Magician's Soul once per turn. Now, I know Magician's Soul's first effect is what everyone kind of abuses in the TCG right now. But for Dark Magicians, he's an instant summon. We have never gotten an instant summon besides Eternal Soul that could easily be destroyed by a Twin Twister, Banish, or whatever back row destruction. You know? So when he was introduced to the Legendary Heroes box, I can't remember the exact name, it was amazing. I hate how he's $100 per card, though. I really hate that. Yeah. Spoiler alert, I don't own him in real life because I care about my finances. One day, though. One day. But he's just great for the deck. Gets that special summon out, helps you build your board, and helps you protect you. Now let's get on to all the spells and traps. Yeah. These are all the monsters you need, by the way. You don't need anything else. You don't. So the first spell is Allure of Darkness. Draw 2 cards, banish 1 dark monster from the hand. Free to draw. Or +1, I should say. So, yeah. I mean, if you want to run anything else, maybe like Pot of Extravagance, Desires, that's up to you. I just think Allure of Darkness is perfect for this situation because you just have to banish a dark monster. And you run 3 copies of pretty much everything except for Dark Magician Girl. And either way, I mean, you're not gonna... It's not like you're losing anything. Unless you don't draw that dark monster, then you're pretty screwed. Up next, we run 2 copies of Foolish Burial Goods. Let's just say Soul Servant is this card and this Soul Servant. Yeah, great combo. That's all I need to say. Up next, we play 1 bond between student and teacher. Okay, I won 1 copy of this because it's perfect. It's perfect because you won 1 Dark Magician and you got or Dark Magician Girl, I should say, sorry. And your 3 Dark Magicians. And just to remind you what this card does, if you control Dark Magician, special summon 1 Dark Magician Girl from the hand, deck, or graveyard, then set 1 Dark Magic attack, Burning attack, or Burning Magic, or Dark Magic Twin, which no one will run Dark Magic Twin Burst, directly from your deck. You can then only activate 1 of these effects per turn. So, the combo is here, which I'll demonstrate real quick, is, of course, have Dark Magician on the field. She's either in hand, graveyard, or the feet, or she's somewhere that isn't on the field yet. Bam, special summoner. Then get your beautiful Dark Burning Magic. And then, when your opponent least expects it, I nuke their board. Just boof, goodbye. And then finally, let's get on to Metalfoes Fusion. Obviously, you're going to use this for another good draw for the deck. I mean, who doesn't like Metalfoes Fusion, honestly? And then, obviously, we have Soul Servant, which, again, just to realize what his beautiful effect does, place 1 card at the top of your deck from your hand, deck, or graveyard. That's Dark Magician, or specifically list Dark Magician or Dark Magician Girl in its text, except itself. During the main phase, you can banish this card from your graveyard. Draw cards equal to the number of Paladino monsters, Dark Magician, or Dark Magician Girl with different names on the field and in the graveyards. You can only use this effect of this card once per turn. Yeah. Like I was saying before, you want this guy in the graveyard. That draw system, though. And then next we have Dark Magic Inheritance. Now, you're probably asking, wait, why Inheritance? It's okay, but it's not great. But it's okay. That's why I chose it. It's because it is okay, and it's not going to hurt you. And besides, you banish 2 spells, you add a trap and spell from your deck to your hand. Not that bad. And of course, it just helps you get that energy going, gets that train rolling, make sure you're going to get that victory. And then I play 2 copies of Secret of the Dark Magic. Now, obviously, this card for Dark Magicians is great. It's like the Dark Magician Fusion if it had its own card. Or if that was its existing card. Basically, activate 1 of its effects. Fusion summon 1 monster from the extra deck using from your hand or field, including Dark Magician or Dark Magician Girl as fusion materials, or ritual summon. Obviously, there's no ritual in this deck, so you're using it for these 3 wonderful, wonderful cards. So, yeah. Then we have 1 Illusion Magic, so you get that Dark Magician copy in your hand. As I already stated before, nuke. You just destroy your entire opponent's field. Just And then obviously we have your 3 Dark Magical Circles. Gives you that look at your top 3 of your cards. Hopefully it's something you need. And then also when you special summon Dark Magician or summon Dark Magician period, a single banish. Beautiful. Now for my secret tech card. Because it has secret in the name. Secret Village of the Spellcasters. If you control a spellcaster monster, your opponent cannot activate spell cards. If you control no spellcaster, neither of you can. So yeah, if you have Dark Magician or Rod or anybody out, and you know your opponent's a spell card spammer, well, that's a beautiful card now, ain't it? Take that, you spell heavy meta. Yeah, that's right. Looking at you, Mystic Mind. And then when we play 1 copy of Magician's Navigation. The reason why I play 1 copy is because, well, of course, we already have a limited amount of monsters, and also he's just a great save if you do have the one and you need to make big plays quick. So he's perfect. And then finally, we have Crackdown. You know, everyone's favorite card. I know you're probably reading the screen and it says Manhunt, but we know it's Crackdown. And that capture ability, now, of course, if your opponent went first in here, he has all of his boss monsters out, well, you better hope all those effects are not, they can't be effective, which most cards are these days. But it's still a good tech card to have. And then obviously we have Dark Magician's greatest protection ever, the Eternal Soul. Basically, Dark Magician can't be affected by anything. Now, there's nothing protecting Eternal Soul, which sucks. Well, except for navigation. And or Solemn Judgment, which you see at the end there. But either way, Eternal Soul is always essential in a Dark Magician deck because if he's in the graveyard, you got that boy set, activate it, have circled, start banishing stuff quick. Especially, you do it on your opponent's turn, and then you activate it again if you have that second Dark Magician in the graveyard. It just ruined their day. 2 banishes in one foul swoop. Oh, I love it. And then, of course, we played the 1 copy of Skill Drain. Dark Magician has no effects. Now, of course, don't use it on your Rod or your Soul. But hey. In my opinion, Skill Drain's still busted, and I think people should play it a lot more. Come on. Let's bring back Skill Drain. Hashtag bring back Skill Drain. And then finally, our last 2, Solemn Judgment. The best counter to anything since its creation. I seriously have never played a better counter trap than Solemn Judgment. Just a great card. Now let's move on to the extra deck. First off, we have we'll get to you in a second. We have Dark Magician, the Dragon's Knight. The card that honestly got me into Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm not lying. I swear to you, I'm not lying. Dark Magician, the Dragon's Knight is the card that got me into Yu-Gi-Oh! I mean, come on, just look at it. It looks amazing. Oh, I wish it was in a secret rare, though. But I still love the card. I still love the card. Forever will always be my favorite Dark Magician card. Period. And for those who don't know, basically he's a beautiful 3K beater. Because he becomes Dark Magician on the field, which helps with Eternal Soul and Dark Magical Circle. So basically, bam. And your opponent cannot target spell and trap cards with its effects. Hey, that's another reason why I love him so much is because he protects your Eternal Soul. Now, nothing in the main deck will protect it, but when you get him out, you're safe. You're good. You're in the gusto. And honestly, that's what I love about Dark Magician the Dragon Knight. He is what saves Eternal Soul when you get him out. And obviously, we play 2 copies of the Dark Magicians. Honestly, I was not expecting this card when it came out in the legendary or the legendary Yugi deck. You know what I'm talking about. And just to reiterate what this card does do, of course, its materials are Dark Magician or Dark Magician Girl plus 1 spellcaster monster, or basically just use Dark Magician Girl in Dark Magician. For once per turn, if a spell / trap or effect is activated, except during the damage step, you draw 1 card. Brilliant. Then if it was a spell and trap card, you could set it, and if it was a trap card, quick play spell, or a quick play spell, you can activate it this turn. If this card is destroyed, you can special summon both 1 Dark Magician and Dark Magician Girl from your hand, deck, or graveyard. So basically, he just says, hey guys, come back. My fusion material, come back here. If your opponent says, I activate this or this and that. Wonderful. Love this card. Thank you, Konami, for making Dark Magicians even more busted. And then we have, of course, your Starving Venom Dragon, your Predaplant Dragapula. I apologize if I butchered that last. But, these are just basically your quick fusion summonings if you need anything big or interrupting. So, that's great. We have your Mud Dragon of the Swamp. Good protector for a while. Then, of course, we have Dingirsu, the Orcus of the Evening Star. I know I don't need to explain this wonderful 7-star or 8-star XCs. Why isn't he banned yet? I don't know. He should have, but he hasn't. And I'm going to abuse him as long as he's here. Then, of course, we have Big Eye. I think, really, a very underestimated level 7 Xyz monster. Basically, he gets to take control of anything and doesn't give a crap. I mean, it's plain as Jane as that. Then, of course, we have Ebon Illusion Magician. Okay, I'll be honest. Before this deck profile started, I had Ultimate Falcon. But I'm like, wait, why do I have Ultimate Falcon here? So I just said, push him to his side and kind of got rid of him. So I just brought back Ebon Illusion Magician. Brilliant card. He's been using Dark Magician since he's been made, so y'all should know what she does. And then, of course, we have the brilliant Blackluster Soldier, Soldier of Chaos. Yeah, that's enough said. Then we have your Nightmare Unicorn, Phoenix. You know what he does. IP. Wonderful Link Monster. And you can get her at a great price, too, of like $8 on TCG Player or wherever you get your cards from. Yeah, she's really cheap right now. Then, of course, we got your quick Link monsters of Link Spider and your great Link Haribo. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the Dark Magician's deck. Personally, again, yeah, let's get the big boy on there. One of my personal favorite decks of all time in Yu-Gi-Oh! And I can't wait to keep creating more deck profiles for you. The next profile will probably be Cyber Dragons. I need to work some things out with them. But other than that, I hope you all have a fantastic day today. And also have a fantastic Thanksgiving. Because I'm recording this the day before Thanksgiving. And like I said on my last video yesterday, I will be making a Thanksgiving video for all of you to enjoy. So please, have a safe day. Keep safe out there. Wash your hands. Keep your mask on when you're outdoors. And don't be stupid, guys. All right. In the next video, well, until the next video, please, actually, get my words all mixed up here. Don't forget to hit a like. Comment down below what other future video ideas you want me to do. And like I said before in the beginning of the video, hit the subscribe button if you may, or if you want to. I'm not going to force you, but I really like it and appreciate it if you could. All right. Till the next time. Enjoy, guys.